I saw a creator on this app who made an absolutely amazing point. And I think Black folks in particular need to take heed. He said that protest is not a Black sport. And that is absolutely correct. Let me explain to you how this is absolutely relevant. On Saturday, I went out to work out. I went out to what was supposed to be this hands-off march. I was working out, and I said that to you guys in the video. But what I saw was a police presence, but it was not the kind of police presence that I would have seen were it a large and significant and concentrated number of Black folks who they projected or expected to be out there. Black folks, if they would have been out there, would have experienced a significantly different police presence. I am showing now here video of that police presence. It was not as hard. It was not harsh. It looked like a marathon where certain lanes and highways and roads were blocked off to ensure that the people passed through running and jogging and on their bikes. It was not the kind of presence that we would have experienced were we out there. Basketball is a Black sport. Football is a Black sport. Baseball to a certain extent, because there are still some Black players in baseball. Hockey, we don't play hockey. As a matter of fact, Tiger Woods is not Black. He's not our Black. He's not like us. So even golf is not our sport. Tennis, you're starting to see a large number of Blacks. The winners, the most effective, the champions in tennis are Black. But by and large, tennis is not a Black sport. We know the sports that we can play. We are in track and field. We are in certain areas of track and field. Let me say it that way. We are not in long marathons. We're in sprints. Our bodies are made differently. Protesting, going out there and doing that kind of thing, that's not our sport. So what we need to do is be much more strategic in our approach. We cannot go out there and be cannon fodder. We have to learn that we have to participate in the sport that we're able to do it. Our sport is boycotting, cognitive boycotting, using our dollars where they need to be used, not on businesses that don't support us. Target is the perfect example of how we could use our sport, how we could use our bodies, how we could use our talents to get what we want.
So, huge crowds gather in the hands of protests nationwide in protest of the Trump administration. You see, this has happened all over the states of America, in San Francisco, Seattle, New York, Los Angeles, and everywhere. But let me ask you, where has the Black community been in all this? The Black community has not been as active as nothing. Remember, we've seen these videos of them, of Blacks telling fellow Blacks not to attend, to stay home, to play games, not to be part of this. For various reasons, the Blacks have not been part of this protest. And let's get to listen to some of them telling us why they didn't come for this protest.
Okay, so let me be real clear, because some of y'all are out here misunderstanding me on purpose. I was never saying that everybody has to protest. What I was saying is that telling Black people to just rest while the state rolls back our rights is not revolutionary. It's absolutely delusional. But let me break it down. There's a whole wave of people online telling Black folks to just sit this one out. Stay your Black ass at home. It's not our fight. First of all, that's a flat ass lie. Anything happening to this country tied to fascism, the rollback of civil rights, and the rise of white nationalism, that is our fight, because we're literally always the first to get hit and the last to be protected. And you can miss me with the idea that if Black people show up, they're going to call martial law. Baby, they're already militarized every time we speak, from George Floyd to Ferguson to Occupy. Been there, literally lived that. So know that the state doesn't need a reason to be violent towards us. That's the default. So because they might get violent, we do nothing. We just let the machine keep grinding while we rest ourselves into another Jim Crow era. I know some of y'all are going to say rest is revolutionary, and hear me out. I know that it can be, but what we're doing by staying home and doing absolutely nothing is not radical. It's passive. You're telling people to only rest. No community defense, no mutual aid, no support for Black moms, no strategy, no organizing, just vibes and naps. Like, we've been talking about the soft life and rest era since last year. Meanwhile, DEI is being gutted, the Department of Education is under attack, segregation is creeping back legally, and you telling folks to rest like rest is the only plan? Be for real. And here's the truth. A lot of y'all were never going to show up. Instead of owning that, you dressed up your fear as strategy. You used history that you literally never studied, struggle you have never participated in, and tried to justify your silence. But that's not liberation. That's being a straight coward. And to the people who are saying protests never did anything, like, bitch, shut up. I'm going to do a video to tell you exactly how you're wrong, but you are literally walking around with freedoms, rights, access, and even the ability to talk all kind of nonsense on TikTok because of protests. Like, do you think that the Voting Rights Act just fell from the sky? Do you think desegregation came with a Hallmark card? People literally fought and died for what you take for granted. And now you want to pretend like protest is useless because you didn't see overnight change? Like, you are disrespectful to the ancestors and you need to grow up and shut up. If you heard what I said and you still don't care, that's fine. You're a waste of space. I already know we can't bring everybody. But just say you don't care and stop pretending like you're informed or strategic or conscious. You are not. And if you genuinely misunderstood me, here is the clarification that you've been wanting. I'm not saying that everybody needs to protest. I'm saying that Black people need to do something, because the only thing more dangerous than our enemies is our silence. So, like, y'all got to understand, Black liberation did not come from playing it safe. It came from resistance. It came from action. It came from strategy. It came from sacrifice. So no, I'm not going to pat any of you on the back for doing nothing while fascism sets up the shop in our face. And if you're mad that I said it, you probably needed to hear.
Black people, this is your reminder that resistance looks different for everybody. I get it. You did not participate in the protest today. You stayed home and took a nap. You're practicing your Tamia line dance. You somewhere playing spades. And I love that for you. But there's somebody else who decided to go to the protest. And that's okay. It is not required of you to be in their comment section, admonishing them because they chose to resist a different way than you do. Rest looks different for everybody. For me, it's going to the outlets. And for another Black woman, that may mean going to a protest. And if that's what she felt was right in her heart, I love that for her. Remember that policing Black and brown bodies is a tool of white supremacy. And the only people that benefit from the tools of white supremacy is white people. Now, white people, I see you all across the country. Droves, thousands of y'all protested. And I want to say, it's about goddamn time. It's about goddamn time. You ain't gonna get no good job from me because you about 400 years late. But I want y'all to pay attention that of all the news reports I seen today, I ain't seen nothing about smoking people, gassing people, riot gear, raids, tanks. I ain't seen none of that today. Anyway, mind the business that pays you. Y'all tell me what you think.
To all the people that went out to that April 5th protest, the march around the world, whatever you want to call it, shouts out to y'all. Y'all did y'all big one. But to the people that want to criticize Black people who purposely sat out of this said protest because we said we need to rest. If you are that upset that Black people sat this one out after everything Black people have done protest-wise, march-wise, politically for this country, you are anti-Black as hell. If Black people said they needed rest to sit down, relax their legs just for one damn protest, and y'all willing to turn on Black people that quick and crash out because of them disappointing ass freaking election results that we busted our ass to put in to make sure that Trump wasn't in office in the first place. Like, you realize Black people did everything they could to make sure Trump didn't get in office in the first place. Y'all out there protesting because he's in office. And most of the people that's protesting chose not to vote for Kamala. They chose to do whatever it took to get Trump in office. So if Black people said, nah, we good, we chilling, y'all got it, y'all on your own, anything other than you got it, you're good, is anti-Black. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care.
I never really been a supporter of protests anyway. I'm all for boycotting. Let me know how long we boycotting something and I'm down for it. I don't care. But I've never been a supporter of protests. For the love of me, I don't understand why people still protesting. History have shown us what they will do to us at a protest. We have pictures, we have videos that we can go back and view today that will show us what they do to us at protests. and people still protest. I don't understand why. To me, it has never done anything. If it has, somebody can prove me wrong in the comments, but to me, it has never done anything. Boycotting, money, hitting them in the pockets. Now that's when you start making progress. Whenever you hit them in the pockets, that's when you start making progress, because they're about their money. They're about business. That's what they're about. So when you start hitting them in the pockets, that's when you start getting their attention. They don't care about you marching. They're gonna let you march. They're gonna beat up on you. They're gonna do. You gonna get hit. I've never understood why people still protest. We have all the evidence to show us what they would do and how they'll handle it. We know what's building up. We know everything that's going on. Stay home. Save your money. Stop spending your money at their establishments, at their businesses. Save your money. That's how you really prove something. That's how you really change things and get things done, with money. Money talks. Yeah.
It's not that white skin equals Trump. It's that black skin equals target practice and a reason to declare martial law. Those two groups of people are treated completely differently during moments of protest. And it seems like we are intentionally being antagonized just to get us in the streets. We're not falling for it. We're going to stay put, we're going to rest, and we're going to stay safe.
To all the white protesters on April the 5th, I want to extend my deepest gratitude to each of you who showed up and stood up on April the 5th. Seeing you out there marching, holding signs, raising your voices filled me with pride and hope. It really did. It was a powerful sight to witness, not just because of the strength in your numbers, but because of your courage you displayed by choosing to stand in the gap. Many black individuals couldn't attend out of fear. Fear of retaliation, fear of violence, fear of being targeted simply for existing in those spaces. That's a reality. It's heartbreaking, but it is also why your presence deeply matters. You chose to use your privilege as a shield. You put your bodies in spaces where ours are often threatened. You stood as allies and active participants in the fight for justice and equality. Your solidarity spoke volumes. Thank you for showing up, for standing up, and for reminding us that we are not alone. Thank you. Be blessed.
Thank you for watching Great Minds Blacks.